In today's video, we're going to be going over all of the new humans from All Tomorrows and see if they can beat my ass 1v1. I got inspired by this comment I found this morning. I started thinking these would be ranked by how well each of these dudes could kill me unequipped. Well, that's exactly what we're doing. Here are the rules of engagements. All fight will take place on an Earth-like environment. Adaptations meant for certain environments may become detrimental. No prep time will be given to either combatant, no equipment, biologic weapons only. The rating is how often I think they would win. The Martians, due to the lowered gravitation on Mars, only 0.375 of Earth, I could beat them no problem. I'm going to call them Rice Krispies because they will snap, crackle, and pop. I'm going to give them a 1 out of 10 because they might be able to get a lucky shot due to my overconfidence. The Star People, the book specifically states they have larger brains and heightened talents. I take that to mean better than average reflexes, stamina, and overall physical prowess. I imagine the fight will look like the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock movies, and I am not Sherlock. The Worms. Easiest clap of my life, 0 out of 10. The Titans, I would approach this fight as a matador would. Try to anger and annoy the anthropachyderm and get it to charge me. In its rage state, my only hope is that it would trip and roll an ankle. This would give me a chance, but only a small one at best, 9 out of 10. The Prey, his precarious posture leads me to think using judo throws will be the key to victory. The book called them fodder, but only to the predator species, so I would have to stay on guard, but an easily manageable fight. The Predator, close my eyes and hope it ends quickly, 10 out of 10, GG. The Mantelopes. These depressed antelopes face an interesting challenge. If they retain their sad boy persona, their fighting spirit is greatly diminished, and my superior tenacity would guarantee victory. If they have become mindless, as in the books, I would have to resort to endurance hunting. 2 out of 10, a lucky kick would do me in. The Swimmers. They were not genetically manipulated to have gills, so I can't rely on that. They are, however, built for aquatic environments. A fight on land would serve them poorly, and my legs, used for kicking and running, would surely be their undoing. If this fight takes place in the water, I'm a dead man. 5 out of 10. Combat environment is key. The Lizard Herder. Their intelligence is heavily reduced, leading to a decline in combat strategy, but an increase in instinctive fighting. They have no predators on their world, so they didn't involve a combat-oriented physicality. A blessing for me. As we are physically equals, my only edge is on strategic ability. The Temptors. This fight looks daunting at first, but there's a surefire victory awarded to me. The male's little imp right there rely on the females for direction, and are specifically stated to have no will of their own. The females rely on their little imps for protection. Facing either in one-on-one combat assures me victory. 0 out of 10. The Bone Crushers. With a monstrously foul odor that would leave me barely able to breathe and a body built like an ogre, I'm safe to say this one easily goes in favor of the Bone Crushers. 10 out of 10. The Colonials. They're just flesh carpets. I can step on them repeatedly. 0 out of 10. The Flyers. With their aerial advantage, even the slow-sailing species would be able to fly away from me and wait for me to catch up. I would be exhausted before the fight started. The predatorial species are just harpies. I see no win. 10 out of 10. The Hand Flappers. While I would be initially shocked by the size of their engorged hands, I would compose myself. Their hands may have range and talons, but I have the advantage of being able to use blunt force trauma. That, along with their awkward gait, make me believe I have above average odds. 4 out of 10. The Blind Folk. His longer arms made for digging through dirt and rock pose a challenge. However, he won't be able to see where I am aiming. His banshee-like screams would throw me off my A-game. The size of his torso leads me to believe he is of a lumbering sort, giving me the speed advantage. 8 out of 10. I still believe his sheer bulk would be my undoing. The Lopsiders. He comes from a world with 36 times gravity of Earth. Now you may consider that an advantage for giving him exceptional bone strength. The issue lies with his blood. Suddenly moving to an Earth-like gravity and atmospheric pressure, he will be suffering from the bends, an illness where sudden changes in pressure cause gas emboli to form in the blood. 0 out of 10. He was doomed from the start. The Striders. They suffer opposite conditions of the Lopsider. With the crushing weight of 5 times their world's gravity now on them, they would struggle to remain balanced on those scrawny legs. 1 leg sweep is all I need. 1 out of 10. If a chicken can lay him to rest, then so can I. The Parasites. They will not be allowed hosts. Game plan is not to let them get attached and break their spirit, body, and mind. 0 out of 10. The Fingerfishers. With the hooks on their hands and needle-like teeth, I would have to find a way to snap their prominent fingers before I had a chance at winning. The path to victory is before me, but I know not if I have the strength to walk it. 7 out of 10. The Hedonists. A life of pleasure-seeking has left them unexperienced in the realm of combat. Should they go into a panic, their raptorial claws would be dangerous, but I doubt they have the instincts to aim with them. 1 out of 10. The INSECTOPHAGI. Leathery, tough skin designed to withstand swarming insects, and claws made to dig through dirt would have no tough time rending my soft and supple body. I might be able to get the win by trying to use superior movements, going for body shots aimed towards liver, kidneys, and groin. 7 out of 10. The Spacers. Gravity debilitates these fart sailors into little more than a gangly punching bag. Easy win. 0 out of 10. The Ruin Hunters. Excellent bulk means they have a better degree of physical fitness than I. Small edge, but an edge nonetheless. 6 out of 10. The snake people. As they are descended from the worms, I assume they are of more herbivorous liking, meaning they have evolved little in the way of venom like a viper or crushing muscle like a python. Their odds of victory is the same as the ratio of our limbs, 1 to 4, 2 out of 10. The killer folk. Prey, 10 out of 10. The tool breeders. It's a technologically advanced swimmer, but this is unarmed combat, 5 out of 10. The SAUROSAPIENS. Due to the general pacifying effect of domestication, I think I would be able to get a surprise attack. Otherwise, they are much larger and more durable than I, so they would only need to double tap me. 6 out of 10. The modular people. Due to the dizzying array of configurations they could be, I have no way to formulate strategy against them. The best bet would be to go for the specialized directing units or the biologic weapon components, depending on how obvious they are to identify. 7 out of 10. PTEROSAPIENS. The power of flight is once again a difficult challenge to face in the arena. With their strong hearts, they would not succumb to fatigue as easy as I. My only surefire strategy is to outlast them. They only live 23 years. In a one-day fight, 8 out of 10. Unlimited time, 0 out of 10. The asymmetric people. As they no longer suffer from gas emboli and the bends, this foe becomes much more terrifying. The right hand looks malformed and weak, the left short and limited range. My best bet is to use their limited field of vision and approach them from their right, hopping on their backs and using a chokehold. 6 out of 10. The symbiotes. Their culture has made them weak and unexperienced in how to take resisting hosts. Don't let it attach to me and I will stomp it like a secretary bird would. 1 out of 10. The snail people. The snail people? The sail people. Once again, territory makes all the difference. With unmatchable speed in the water, I am defenseless, but on land, I am the sure victor. 5 out of 10. The SATYRIACS. While giant ogres and extravagant parties may be their domain of choice, something tells me they would also enjoy wild mosh pits and the primal energy associated with such. I can't underestimate their passion, but they are not a people given to the martial arts. 4 out of 10. Bugfacers. A leather and bone upgraded jaw and a deep xenophobia, both hardened by time, leave no doubt in my mind these people would not hold back in blood sport against me. But their bodies are meant to harvest thousands of small insects, not fight. I may have a considerable advantage. 4 out of 10. The spacers. While large brain and spindly limbs assisted them in zero gravity, a simple body slam would impart more force than their meager bodies have ever dared to experience before. 0 out of 10. The GRAVITAL. With a spherical body leaving no weak spots to find and a host of technological advances built into them, I would not stand a chance. 10 out of 10. The subjects. Genetic abominations of what used to be the Bugfacers. Most are just tools or doomed art projects. Some may put up a decent fight. 1 out of 10. ASTEROMORPHS. Once again, in the realm of unarmed gravitational combat, a single body slam would leave them shattered. 0 out of 10. Terrestrials. Similar to ASTEROMORPHS, but now not helpless in gravity. Adding in a single leg sweep before the slam would do quite well, though the book states that they can carry out executions against rebelling worlds. Question mark out of 10. Not enough data.